I think it's partly circumstantial. If you look at the platforms that have been the most successful at promoting and distributing hip hop, it's Christian hip hop. It's primarily been within the context of evangelical circles. So had, for example, Christian hip hop been promoted and distributed from within the black church more predominantly, we probably wouldn't have this level of disparity. I think also there is the issue of asking this really central question: do the core concerns of the sort of central black community, are those core concerns represented in the content of a lot of Christian hip hop, right? So lots of people are asking those sorts of questions. It may be the fact that the only people who can sit around and listen to music that has in some respects been mostly about doctrine, mostly about the gospel, mostly about theology and ministry and things like in the church, are people who don't have to worry about if their bills are being paid that week, or if their dad's coming home, or if they're going to get evicted, or if their neighborhood is gentrifying or whatever. So there is that history where more broadly you would see that hip hop as a genre more broadly has been primarily, not exclusively, but primarily funded by the middle class, and in particular by the suburban middle class. There's a great book called Why White Kids Love Hip Hop. It really sort of explores the contours of why it is that if you look at who purchases hip hop and where the money primarily comes, it primarily comes from suburban white people, right? So I would say that those are probably the two dynamics, the most charitable ways to possibly explore the reason why those genres, particularly as the comment was made, appeal to white audiences. It's not a venue or a genre that sort of emerged out of the traditional black church context, because the traditional black church theater is not all that amenable to hip hop as a platform for speaking about things in the scriptures or about God or anything like that. So there are actually some spaces in the traditional black church world that believe that hip hop as a genre is inappropriate for that. Now that's changing, but it's slowly changing, and in some aspects it's new. For example, for a couple of years ago, I did several open mics in Harlem, in a very traditional black church setting, 2 blocks away from the Apollo Theater, and in this very traditional black church, they had never heard of Christian hip hop. It was a brand new thing to them. It was something, it was almost like it was from another planet. I introduced them to a lot of poets. They had never heard anything like that before, right? And so possibly the sort of circumstances of the black church, the black community being so isolated from evangelicalism, that those two streams haven't really shared some resources yet.